It's night 1 here in North Dakota. Today's January 2nd, and I just got set up on a new property I've never been on before. In North Dakota, you're legally allowed to hunt properties that aren't posted. So if you find somewhere you want to hunt, usually we check out all the corners, make sure it's not posted. If there happens to be a house nearby, we'll still ask, but there's no house here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere. It's not posted. There's been a ton of deer on this cut cornfield, and decided to run and gun and give it a try. It's essentially how I killed my buck out here in 2016. So I had to run off a bunch of deer, but I'm hoping they come back. Just in the corner of this cut corn, I was hoping there's actually some timber around, and from the road it couldn't tell if it was on this side of the fence or the posted side, and it's on the posted side, so I was hoping to be able to tuck this blind into some timber, but I'm just on the corner of this fence row, kind of in the open. I try to cover it, try to put it in the snow as much as possible and cover half the blind, but I'm just gonna have to hope they accept it. It's definitely a little bit of a quirky setup, but you never know. So I've got about 2 hours till dark. My buddy Cole is about 15 minutes from here, so I'm gonna see what happens, and who knows, maybe a nice buck will come out here in this cut corn. It's a little after 5. Only got about 10 minutes of light left. Had a great start to the hunt. Actually, the first deer that I saw was a shooter 8-pointer. He came in, he definitely saw the blind, but he wasn't that worried. He hopped the fence, came into this cornfield, and then got kind of spooky. Then about another 20 does joined him. I didn't film them because they're all kind of staring at me, and they're off through this mesh. It's hard to film through. And then I could see another like 10 deer a ways away. And all of a sudden I could hear a snowmobiler, and this dude's just been ripping around all over. I can still hear him. He came right through the cornfield, came back, scared them all off, so I'm sure my night's done. But what do? It's not my property. It's just, like I said earlier, non-posted property, so be back after it's summer tomorrow.
Alright, well, day 2 here in North Dakota. Today is January 3rd, and we just got my buddy Cole set up in a new spot. He had a ground blind in this chunk of timber right behind this guy's house. He actually got permission on, and he noticed that all these deer were bit out this cattail slough, and they were always coming by the end of this point, kind of by the small tree. Well, he's been sitting in that yard the last 2 nights. Hasn't seen any deer get to him by then. So we figured we'd get closer to where they're bedding. Went in to set up that blind and bumped like 100 deer. There's at least 4 shooters in there. But for whatever reason, they really want to be in this field. It's like old barley or something, I don't know, but there's tons of spots where they're digging and eating. So I think they're gonna come back. Cole set up in the blind, it's about 1 o'clock now. I think he's got a really good chance tonight. I'm gonna go head to where I sat last night, hope for no snowmobiler, and see you here in a little bit.
Alright, well, it's about 2:30. Just got set up in this blind here. I just gotta hope that the deer are gonna accept this blind. There's a lot of tracks that look like they weren't here last night, real close to the blind, so that's good. Like I had said yesterday, this blind's like kind of just wide out in the open, but You know, usually I like to set a blind if it's something like this, if I can't brush it in, and then leave it sit for a while before hunting it, but I've only got 3 days of season left here, so we'll see. If I can just get him to accept the blind, I think I'll be golden.